Welcome to the very haunted Shanley Hotel, where the spirits are always in.
See, they even got a sign. Spirits are always in.
Come on inside, let me show you this place. We're gonna go right into the gift shop where you check in. Now, a couple years ago on the internet, they had, looks like an ecto containment unit. Anyways, a couple years ago on the internet, there was this big thing that went around. This place is so haunted that you have to sign a waiver to stay here. Have you ever been in a place so haunted that you had to sign a waiver to stay there? This place has one. It is amazing. And yeah, it is that haunted. So as you check in at the front desk, you start to get an idea that there are some more than interesting things happening in this place. My favorite. Welcome to Marguerite's room. I have stayed in here the first night I ever stayed in here. What a night. Let's go, let's check it out. Hi Marguerite, it's me, it's your buddy. How are you today? Ooh, it smells very perfumey in here. I don't think that they use any kind of perfume or anything usually, so that's interesting to me. This room is very nice. I like staying in here. But the first night I was here, I was sleeping in this bed, and all night long I felt like somebody was pulling at my toes here at the edge of the bed. And then I find out in the morning that one of the staff members slept here the night before, and she literally got yanked by the feet out of the bed. Yeah, I don't think I would have stayed in here knowing that, because even though I do this, I actually don't want that kind of issue. I'm getting a little creeped out in here actually right now, so I'm gonna hang out for a minute and see what happens. So we're still at the Shanley Hotel, and I'm in the room between the seance room and the great room. And what we have here is a phone booth. And periodically, although there's no phone left in here at all, we can hear a phone ring, and it's been recorded. So, like, I'm talking about you and I can hear things moving in here. It's pretty awesome. Stay tuned, the film crew is here. They're doing stuff. We're about to go, I swear to God, somebody's staying here. We're about to go downstairs into the basement, which is right over here. So we're going to do some TikToks down there, film, psychic, and paranormal investigation. Thanks for hanging out with me, and stay tuned for a live later. We have something special once the film crew is gone. You're not going to want to miss this. Why do ghosts drop pictures off the wall? That's a good question. Well, in my experience of doing this, one of the things that spirits talk to me about, so people, your family members, when I do readings, they talk to me and they say, please hang a photograph up for me so that my family can remember me. And usually they'll give me a pretty good description of the photograph that they're looking to be hung up. So maybe when they're knocking that photograph off the wall, especially if it's a photograph of them or your family, they're trying to call attention, and maybe they're looking for a little attention. It's interesting to me that in our Western culture, not to lump everybody in, but in the Western culture here in the United States, we don't really speak to our ancestors. We pray through different means and a lot of organized religion, which is totally cool. As always, I don't have a real preference on any of that. But nobody ever talks to their ancestors like the ancient cultures do. And I think there's something being lost there. So if it's a picture of your family, say hello to them. So last night, get home from the Shanley, hanging out on the couch with my wife, and she's half in and out of sleep, and she kind of wakes up and looks over at me, and she goes, whoa, looks like a hand just shot out in front of your face. Now my wife's very practical and down to earth, so she was like, probably just nothing. But I was like, let me see. So I took out my Ghost Hunting Tools app, started it, and within about 30 seconds, this came up. And it says, Adam, no. Adam at the Shanley on Sunday all night was kicking me in the back, and he was being a real jerk, and he's a real jerk of a ghost at the Shanley. So it was really funny that in my own living room, my wife sees something, and then I run this app, and it's the first thing it says, Adam, no. And Adam has been known to wander from the Shanley other places to give people the business. So do ghosts follow us? Maybe this time. 100 years from now, some homeowner is going to call a paranormal investigation team in, and they're going to be like, we don't know. It sounds like very tiny, quick footsteps throughout the house. I think we have a child ghost. And then, maybe they'll get like random quacks in the house. That would be really fun. I'm into that. That's what I hope for. I like that duck. And someday, ghost duck. Everybody wants this sound to help them manifest and get something that they want. But a lot of times the things that we want are the things that we don't need. So instead of asking for the things that you don't need, why don't you ask for the things that you should be? So for me, I'm going to use this sound and I'm going to use this. And I wrote it down because writing things down will make these things happen for you faster. It ingrains it in your brain and it helps the universe know that it's what you want. So I wrote, I will be the best version of myself. And I'm going to think about that, and I'm setting the intention right now. I am going to be the best version of myself. It's what I want and what I need. It's not some kind of physical object or monetary gain, but I know that being the best version of myself will help me reach my goals and get the things that I do want. But first, the things we need. Alright, let's drop this into the creepy, scary, crazy category of things I've seen while doing readings. So, one of the ones, I was just thinking about some of the fun stuff that I've seen while doing readings that Spirit has showed me. And one thing that this is a crazy one. This gentleman came to me from the other side, and he was taking a cane, like a walking cane, and he held out his leg in front of him, and he was banging his leg with his cane. And then he pulled up his pant leg, and he had metal legs. He was a amputee, unfortunately, during his life. And I said, this is what he's doing to my client. And she was like, oh, that makes sense. And then he showed me many, legs, prosthetics. And she laughed, and she said, well, that's funny because we actually owned a business, and that was our business. Not only did he have prosthetic legs, but we sold them as well.
And it's from heaven. No, we ain't giving no hold. I ain't Romeo and now hold. Making a party, chocolate Barbie, waiting on me for yo.
One of the most frequently asked questions I get as a psychic medium is, Scott, what can I do to do what you do? The question. It's a good question. The answer? Meditate. Just meditate. It doesn't have to be on top of a mountain or on the beach at sunset or sunrise. Just meditate. Get your favorite pair of headphones on. Put them on. Nice little quiet music. Or maybe heavy rock music. Whatever floats your boat. Whatever gets you into a Zen state. And then clear your mind of all the crap that's going on around you. Alright? And just let information come into you. Don't be biased with the information. Just let it flow in. Whatever it is. It could be anything that comes into you. It could be thoughts, words, phrases, pictures of things in your imagination, emotions, feelings. Deal with those things. And then when you're done, wake up, write them down. And then eventually you'll start to hone in on that, and it'll all start making sense. That's it.